Good afternoon there, everyone, and welcome back to Beer Thoughts, coming to you from a brand new location, the Granite City Brewery. You know, I thought to myself, I needed a change of scenery. Something a little different, and what better place than a brewery, right? When we're talking about delicious beer, having some deep thoughts, why not? I mean, this is a place I call home for a good portion of the week, and I just love it. I feel at ease, it gets me away from people, and it just allows me to think. So, without further ado, let's dive right in. This episode, I have to thank a good friend of mine by the name of Matt Conrad. Matt, thank you so much for this beer recommendation. Today we are reviewing Abraxas out of Perennial Artisan Ales Brewery in St. Louis, Missouri. I've done a little bit of research on it. I have yet to try it. What I have heard is that it is different. It is a Mexican Imperial Stout. And apparently it's got a whole lot of complex flavors. So without further ado, I'm going to read here from Perennial Artisan Ales, see what they have to say about it. They say this: Abraxas is an imperial stout brewed with ancho chili peppers, cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, and cinnamon sticks. Pouring deep brown with a thick head, this beer has a complex body with a delicious, lingering roastiness. Abraxas is brewed with unique ingredients intended to challenge and excite the palate. Interesting. If many of you remembered from a couple episodes ago, we did the Bourbon County Stout from Goose Island. That was fantastic, very thick. This is similar in consistency and color because, as you can see, about as dark as the night sky. Man, oh man, and it just looks fantastic. Let's give this a nose. Whoa. It's got a sweet hint to it. I definitely get the cocoa. I definitely get the chili. But yeah. Let's see what we do. Beer Advocate gives it an average rating of 4.7 out of 5, which is fantastic. But let's see what I think. Cheers. Spectacular. Everyone out there, that is what beer is all about. Holy cow. I get vanilla, I get chili, roasty. Man, I even get a little bit of spice back in my throat. Man, that is a fantastic, fantastic beer, you guys. This might be my favorite beer that we've ever had on here on Beer Thoughts. Go get your hands on it. It is a seasonal, so there's a likelihood that you're not going to be able to find it at your local store, but keep your eyes and ears peeled. Matt, thank you. This is phenomenal. I'm going to enjoy every single moment of this. It's a 10% alcoholic by volume, so don't drink too much. That'll get you real tipsy really fast. But man, I have never had anything like that. Great flavor. I'm going to enjoy every single sip that I have of this. But while I'm drinking, why don't we talk about a nice deep thought for the day? Also, Matt, this goes out to you too. I've been thinking a lot about baseball. I don't know about you guys. I'm a huge baseball fan. Go Cubs, speaking of. Not doing so hot so far this year, but I digress. I was sitting one day on my couch and came across an article that ESPN posted a few weeks back. They were talking about what if baseball players were paid on commission. And what I mean by commission is, they are paid via their performance. A big thing that baseball has run into recently is these contracts continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until, we have these few handful of players, fantasy players, who are getting paid millions upon millions of dollars. Every pitch even. I mean, they are making hundreds of thousands of dollars in almost the blink of an eye. Meanwhile, these other players are really not making as much. So, the question that the writers were posing on ESPN was, what would happen if they were paid via performance? And this got me thinking. I, had a few beers myself, thought about it. Honestly, I think that it would, of course, as in most things, help and hinder the game. Help in the way of, it would allow players to get paid in the ways of how they are actually playing. You hit 40 home runs during the season, you batted 110 RBIs. Cool, you're getting more money than the person that struck out 500 times during the year. Completely understandable. It's fair as it be. However, on the other side, if you have a fantasy, you have a franchise player in, let's say, like a Mike Trout or an A-Rod back in the day, Bryce Harper, for example, would those players exist anymore? Honestly, I think they would. It would allow a lot of people to shine in a lot of different ways. But of course, later in a whole career, 20, 22 years of a career, you might get paid a few million dollars one year and then get paid a couple $100,000 the next year. Who's to say? I have no idea. It definitely would eliminate Yankees, Oakland Athletics. There'd be no middle ground anymore. Maybe you give every team $200 million at the beginning of the year. I have no idea. But you can even expand it to, other sports, football, basketball. I would be so curious as to how that would change the sport. So, pose to you guys, what would happen if your favorite sport, for example, worked on commission? What would be good about it? What would not be good about it? Please leave comments. Please share this video. I've absolutely loved using a new location. This has been a blast. I'm trying to bring new, fun, exciting things as I go and expand Beer Thoughts as much as I can. So, without further ado, go pick yourself up some Abraxas. This is phenomenal. I'm going to enjoy every single moment that I have with this beer. Hey guys, God bless you all. Keep changing lives, one beer at a time. We'll see ya.